This is something that I've wanted for, well, a while. Ever since I knew of its existence. I've been trying to add to my horror collection. And as you might know from watching my videos, or if you're new, I'll just tell you that I'm mainly a fan of older horror as opposed to newer horror. This package is right up my alley. It does star one of the stars from the bygone days of horror. This gentleman is no longer with us, but he's left a legacy of horror. And from a horror standpoint, there are few who could match his presence on the screen. Just a wonderful presence, no matter what role he played. And let me, without further ado, take this out. Oh, it's in something else. Well, okay, now, all right. Now this is definitely sealed up twice. Oh, you know what? They did inspect this in customs, then probably. Well, I don't know if they did or not. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it would have been inspected. It didn't appear to be on the outside, but let's see here. It's sealed, of course. I'll take it all the way off, and I'm going to leave this camera going the whole time. Those of you who own this probably already know what it is. Those of you who do not. The first clue is it's orange. Aren't you glad? Here it is, folks. Oh, in all of its glory. In all of its glory. I'm talking about 6 Vincent Price in 6 Gothic Tales by Edgar Allan Poe. Directed by Roger Corman. And so the titles on this one are The Fall of the House of Usher, The Pit and the Pendulum, Tales of Terror, The Raven, The Haunted Palace, and Tomb of Ligeia. All great Poe classics. My first job when I graduated from college was a high school English teacher. And I did that for a number of years. And I think I pretty much taught all of these at one point or another. Of course, The Raven was a poem. But The Fall of the House of Usher, The Pit and the Pendulum, certainly The Tomb of Ligeia. I don't think The Tales of Terror or The Haunted Palace. So those two I'm not as familiar with. But they're all classic Poe. I've certainly heard of all of them, and knew they were movies, and seen most of these. Certainly seen The Fall of the House of Usher, seen Tomb of Ligeia, and seen The Pit and the Pendulum, which is one of my favorites. So classic stuff here, guys. Really, really enjoy it, and we'll take a closer look at each of them here as I begin to take the shrink wrap off. I think it's pretty obvious it's still sealed, but I say I wish my other video would have been perfect, but they're going to just have to take my word for it for $8. I mean, who's going to lie for $8? If you're that hard up to lie for $8, I don't know what to tell you. Now, for this price, people might. I wouldn't, but people might. All right, so we get the shrink wrap coming off of this now. So I'm leaving it on camera the whole time. Put it down here, you can still see it. I told Sam I'm going to save this because I think I might put that right back in it when it goes on the shelf. Not sure, but it serves a purpose. It's got the aspect ratio 2.35 to 1. It'll look nice on the widescreen. Audio 1.0 mono. English language subtitles English. It's region B. It's in color. And you see the time on each of these. I'll run about 80, 90 minutes, give or take. These are all great movies, though. Contains strong horror and violence. Luckily, I'm over 15, so I can watch this. That's what that 15 means, huh? Okay, now I get it. You'd think I would have known that, but I didn't. Okay. Still staying on camera. No cutaways and no dissolves or anything. I'm not doing that on this one. I'm going to make sure that each of these has a disc, okay, and a booklet and everything else, whatever else is. Whoa. Okay, got the box. It fell for a minute, but I got it still. All right, still live. There's a book here which I'll get to after I've opened all these up and made sure they're all good. I hate to have to do that, and I have really no reason to think that that Arrow won't have everything in here. I really think it was just a freaky thing with that other. It was a Nosferatu that it happened with. I'm not at all thinking it's going to happen with these, but you know what? just to be safe. So each one, I'll take each one at a time here. Look at that beautiful artwork. I'm a big fan of this commissioned artwork that they have on all these, so I think I'm just going to stick with those. I love the look of that, actually. And of course, these are all reversible. There's the disc, yay! And it matches the front. Let's see here. Let me see the inside, if I'm any more prone to like that one better or not. Well, I like that one too, actually. The black cat is prominent there. Let's see, the back is about the same on both, actually. It's almost identical on them both. It's one of these things. I see the color bars at the bottom on that one. And they're probably on here too. Yeah, they are. I didn't notice it before, but they are. I'll stick with this one for now, and then maybe I'll alternate it down the road. I think that's probably the way to go. I'll probably stick with all the commissioned for a while, and then swap them out. The Haunted Palace. Really like that artwork there too. I like the way the letters are formed here as well. Yep, no doubt. There's the disc. Thank you very much. My paranoia is assuaged. Vocabulary word of the day. And there's the... I like that too. He really can't go wrong here. Nice shot of Vincent Price there. Nice shot of a nice cleavage dress there. I'm always a big fan of those kind of dresses in these movies. I think that's part of why I like a lot of these movies, these older ones, is the way the women are portrayed. I know that's a terrible thing to say, but and you know, any women out there, if you want to tell me I'm being bad here, but I just think that those dresses that had just a little bit of cleavage and you know, were kind of a little bit tight at the waist and then kind of went out and were floor length even. I think that was an attractive look. And so I am drawn to that to some extent. Anyway, Raven. Nice. Another nice cover. Clearly shows Roger Corman on it. The back's all similar. Tons of special features on this, though. I can tell the discs are in all these. Well, at least the ones I picked up, I can tell. Let's see what the artwork looks like on the regular, I guess you'd call it. Well, that's nice, too, isn't it? Again, you've got Vincent Price, Peter Lorre, and Boris Karloff. And the Raven is black, which is, I guess, more, you know, what you'd expect. But for now, I'll leave it as is. Very nicely done. Look at the book next. And once I get done with looking at all these, I'm just going to pop this open. And yep, disc is there. Take a quick peek at the regular. I guess it's more like the poster, the lobby poster type thing. And that's nice too. Young looking Vincent Price. Peter Lorre, Basil Rathbone. That's a famous name, isn't it? And somebody else. Jessica Page. Or Deborah Page. Oh, I know that name too. And yeah, that looks beautiful there too. Matches the cover, obviously. Like I'm prone to this one. I really like the commissioned art on the Pit and the Pendulum. Great, iconic image of the very evil Vincent Price from this movie, and Barbara Steele's in this also. Of course, the disc matches the artwork. We got used to that by now, right? And you've probably all seen this. If not, maybe not. Maybe if you don't subscribe to the same people I do, you might not have seen it. That's kind of cool, too. Yeah, I wouldn't mind showing you off either one of these. I think what I would do is go with these for now, and then at some point I'll flip-flop them all and go with the other ones for a while. And why not? They're both beautiful. Again, tons of special. I'm not even trying to go through all the special features. There's just a shitload of them, folks. Look at all those. You can pause it if you want and do whatever you want, read it or something. But yeah, tons of stuff. Audio commentary, a documentary. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Last, but certainly not least, That's beautiful too. The Fall of the House of Usher. Zoom in there. Focus, I should say. These are all beautifully gothic films. The colors are even more vibrant on these than what's shown here. But it's close enough. You get the idea. And the back, again, all matching. Another, yeah. Audio commentary with director and producer Roger Corman. Yeah. And inside, of course, we'll have the disc again, yay. And there's an artwork. And then finally, this is hard to do this one hand. Well, actually, I'm using two, aren't I? Still not easy to do. There we go. I'm always trying to be careful with it. That's another interesting one, isn't it? Yeah. Very nice. Well, like I said, I can't go wrong with any of these. Well, I didn't look at all the backside of the disc, but let's just look at this one. Perfect. Got a mark on it. Well, you couldn't see that, but trust me, it's perfect. Well, that's the set. Oh, not quite. There's one more piece, isn't there? There's this book. This thick, hardcover book that it comes as heavy. Smells great, too. Smells really good. 6 Gothic Tales by Edgar Allan Poe. So the first part of this, all these orange, well, you see that? All these orange pages are all the cast, the crew of each movie. Each movie in turn it's got maybe some photographs. Talks about the transfer of each one. Some interview material from Roger Corman, in this case. Vincent Price, his movies, his plays, his life, by Vincent Price. The one thing about Vincent Price is he was, aside from being a movie star, a horror movie star, he was a great guest on talk shows because he was a raconteur. He could tell a good story. And he, I was flipping through this while I'm talking. He was also a wine connoisseur and a food connoisseur. And probably most famously, an art connoisseur. He's got a collection of, or had a collection of art, including Matisse and Monet and the one I can't think of the name of. Is it Molière? Close. I'm not an art expert, obviously, but I've read and I've seen him on talk shows before. Just a beautiful set. Real happy to own this and add it to my collection. So it's Vincent Price, 6 Gothic Tales by Edgar Allan Poe, put out by Arrow Video. All right, guys, and I got it for a great price. And thankfully, everything is in good shape. All right, take care.